so I want to start asking you, how was the weekend in Japan?
Awesome. It was fucking sick. It was a lot of fun. It's always a bit crazy there because by the time you get off the plane, your sleep pattern is already so messed up. And then you walk into this sensory overload place. There's just like loads of noise, loads of colour, loads of people. So it's quite an intense place to be. But it's so much fun. The show went really well. It was it was good fun.
Okay.
How's your weekend been?
My weekend was good. A lot of party, like always.
Excellent.
And of course, your new album is coming out in the 21st. First of all, congratulations. I think it's so great. I really like it. And
Thank you.
I saw you play in Japan, for example, 3 songs, the 3 singles you have out. How was the reaction from the people? They really like it, or?
It's been pretty good so far, yeah. We started playing the first 2 tracks in our first leg of our UK tour, and they sort of felt like they could have been, tracks from other albums. Like they were going down with just as much energy from the crowd. So yeah, it's been really good so far.
It's been good to be able to play songs this close to releasing them, because the last album, we released it at the beginning of lockdowns and COVID, and we weren't able to play any of the music from it until like a year and a half later. So it's really, really nice being able to play the songs as soon as they're released this time. Yeah. And get the reaction straight away.
That's true. I remember having your new album and then having the tickets and waiting until December. Yeah. Okay, so about your new album, it's like even when you see the artwork, it's like a rebirth. Always coming like a booth that was burned and coming live. It's like the band, coming back to life after this 18 months you couldn't breathe. And even I know you record the album in the middle of nowhere in a farm with solar energy in 5 weeks. How was this?
It was amazing. It was such a wonderful experience. I think we wanted to get away to the middle of nowhere to just focus on the music, obviously, but also focus on being a band, because throughout those kind of almost 2 years for the pandemic, we ceased to exist as a band. We weren't writing music, we weren't playing shows. So yeah, it was just nice to be together and record the tracks that we're all really excited about in the middle of this quite picturesque British landscape scene in the countryside. We had deer coming across the horizon every day, little woods to go running in and things, and we had to chop wood for the wood burner fire to keep ourselves warm. It was the
only heating in the entire building was one wood burning fire, but like in the downstairs in the middle of the house. So you just hoped that gave off enough heat that the rest of the house would warm up. But there was certainly a lot of sort of blankets being worn around the house and big woolly clothing.
Come on, I live like this since few years, so the heat we have here is only good too, so I can understand.
Awesome.
Come on, at the end it's the best one, better than the electricity, I think, for me. Okay, and keep talking about the new album. Once it's out, you will focus on playing it full in the live shows or not?
No, I think we've got basically just got festivals from next month onwards, really. So it will be much more of a varied set.
Of course.
But hopefully we'll get to play all the tracks from this album at some point.
So it's difficult because you want to be able, you're most excited about your new stuff, so you want to be able to play nothing but the new stuff. But then again, a lot of the fans have favourite songs and music that means a lot to them from our past records as well. So it's quite even on sort of previous album launch shows and things where the show is purely about that new album, we'll still put in some old fan favourites just to I don't know. It's hard. You can't really not any these days. But choosing a set list gets more and more difficult for us because now we have so much back catalogue. This is our 7th album. So particularly, for example, a festival slot. In Japan we only had 40 minutes.
Yeah, I saw 9 songs you play, yo.
That's it. Like 40 minutes to play a selection of songs from 7 albums and loads of, that's not including singles that have been released in between albums and things like that. It gets more and more difficult to choose a set list. So you have to try and strike a balance between the new stuff that you really want to play and are excited about, but also some of the more well-known ones that everyone's can sing along to.
Yeah, that's true. And for example, about touring, when the pandemic finally ends, you start touring, like you did a lot of shows, and almost all of them they were sold out. So I guess you are really happy about this. But what for me is really important because it's right now I don't know. I listen to a lot of music from metal to folk, so I a bit inside this shit, and I saw many bands that really increase the prices like a lot. Like bands that before would cost $20 a ticket, now it's 40 or 45. But with you, it's staying for me the same. So would you keep this way, or would you try at least?
We've always tried to keep our music as accessible as possible. It is obviously difficult with inflation and whatever, and cost of living. For everyone, it's hard to not. So I think perhaps over the years our ticket prices have risen ever so slightly, but we do try our hardest to. Make it as accessible as possible. We want everyone that wants to be able to come to the show to be able to come to the show. And we'd rather have a full room of people paying €25 than a half full room of people paying €40.
Yeah, that's true. and for example, what do you think about this? I think you don't do it, but all these bands making this VIP for meeting bands, these people paying a lot of money just to meet in the bands, like special packages with meet and greet and stuff like this.
Yeah,
Raul's been quite vocal about that in the past, I think.
Yeah, I remember writing a article for Alternative Press about, I think it was about 8-9 years ago.
Is it really that long ago?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
When this was kind of just starting, because it was, paid meet and greets were always something you expected for like celebrities or something, or actors. But it started to seep into the rock scene or the alternative scene. And obviously, when you're within the umbrella of the alternative world, which includes, everything punk, rock, hardcore, metal, you expect the alternative, and not just in the musical output, but in the frame of mind and the mindset. You don't expect alternative music to be influenced by mainstream Hollywood morals,
I know.
So it was a bit of a shock. So yeah, it's something that we've been vehemently against. It's so strangely obvious that one shouldn't have to pay simply to meet someone, and you can dress it up however you like and put in a free poster, and then but it's still a pretty disgusting thing.
Yeah.
Well, what it does is make that person more valuable. Like it puts one person above someone else. Like someone having to pay just to meet this person, it immediately puts them on a higher level of, I don't know, godliness or something. And that's, at the end of the day, we're all equal. We're all human. So yeah, to pay just to meet someone is. It's one thing if they're getting a song sung to them, like just for them or something. Yeah, then at least you're getting something out of it. Like they're working for it, not just to meet them.
Yeah, that's great. You think this way, really. And I read in your biography that you were thinking about making your own festival. If this finally happens, which bands would play there?
Oh, blimey.
Well, I think it would have to be quite a big and eclectic festival to be able to fit all of our influences in. Something like Glastonbury Festival that has the dance village and then the big main stage and then the rock stages and so on. So we could get all of the artists that we all love. I'd probably spend most of my time in the dance village. I'd put on Underworld and Chemical Brothers and The Prodigy.
Well, The Prodigy, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, because the singer died.
Well, they're still performing.
It's true. Oh, fuck! I thought I forget about this. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I started playing shows again.
Okay, cool. And something I want to ask you, because even the first song you find when you go to YouTube, of course, it's Sorry You Are Not a Winner. If you could change it from the number one to another song for the people to meet you first time, which one would be?
I guess it would always be like the latest single. That's the thing that is the most authentic
representation.
Yeah, of us in that moment. So any of the last singles over Sorry Not. I mean, Sorry Not is, it's a great song and it kind of birthed our whole career, but it's not really an authentic representation of who we are now.
Okay, I was thinking maybe if you could change it just to have an idea which one will you put. Maybe one for the new album, or no, I guess for me it's a good representation. I like the song and looks really, first impression is a really good one. So, but just to, I don't know, maybe with the new album you would think, I prefer this one now, or I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, any of the new singles from the new album.
Cool. But I'd choose Please Set Me On Fire, because that's my favourite so far. We're going to release another one soon.
I listen to all of them, so
yeah, well, we're going to be really. Well, no, wait, I can't tell you yet. Actually, no, never mind. I mean, I know you've listened to them, but I can't reveal which one's going to be the next single.
Yeah, they need to wait a bit. Okay, and something I wanted to ask, this keeps happening, even something in the way that VIP and stuff like this, like with touring it's been happening since a while. I really don't know how long, but bands pay for playing, and even with really underground tours too. I think you don't do this, but how you choose the bands touring with you?
I guess it's we choose supports just a discussion with us and the people we work with, and it's who we're excited about, really, who we want to watch on stage every night. So yeah,
I mean, a lot of it is kind of about availability too, because a lot of other bands have already got things lined up. So essentially, what happens is we find out who was available to do the tour, and then we'll sort of look through them, and there'll be names that we already know and love, but quite often there'll be new names that are new to us that we check out, and the ones that excite us the most are the ones we choose to come on tour with us.
That's cool.
To be honest, it's a great way of getting to know new music and getting to know new bands.
Yeah, that's true. And we talked about this before, but you play really a lot of festivals this summer. Which one is the most exciting one, or I don't know?
Well, we're headlining Slam Dunk Festival here in the UK, which will probably be our most ambitious show yet. But then we're also playing a whole host of festivals in mainland Europe that we're really excited about. I think I'm particularly excited about that, the one in Switzerland. Is it Switzerland? Greenfields.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always nice. There's mountains all around us.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first time I woke up on the bus there, I had no idea what the festival was about, but there's a little window on the sleeper bus, and sort of opened my curtain. I could see a mountain. Oh, that's fucking cool. I'm going to climb to the top of that this morning before our set later today. And I did, and my legs were killing for like a week after. But, no, it's such a beautiful setting. It's a really good one. And we're playing one in a couple of days' time, actually. We're playing Passport in the Netherlands. So that should be fun.
I hope I see you at the Mighty Sounds as the plan for the summer. It's a really good one. I think you will like it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you played it before.
Yeah, I don't know. Have we played it before?
I'm pretty sure we played it before.
I recognise the name, but
yeah.
But perhaps when we get there, we'll recognise it and go, oh yes, this one. I remember this one.
Even Mighty Sounds is a lot of punk, ska is really a lot of different music, electronic is everything.
Awesome. That sounds like my kind of festival.
Yeah, it's
or
really
our
cool.
kind of festival.
And even the party at the backstage is, I think, one of the best parties ever. So you need to stay if you go there.
Oh, really?
Really.
Okay.
Last year was crazy, really.
Good to know.
Yeah, really
awesome.
good. And then, for example, of course, like every band, you start in the underground scene. Do you keep going to underground shows, or?
Yeah. I mean, we don't really have that much time off at the moment. But yeah, I think when we're back home, we still go to shows.
Cool. So, even something I really like from you is that you have no limits in creativity because you have your own label. And so no one is telling you what to do or which way. I hope you keep this way, even if, I don't know, really the biggest label in the world come to you and offer you 100 million euro, or pounds. You keep doing what
100
you want.
million euro. Yeah, I'd take it. I'd sell myself for 100 million euro. Fuck it. No, well, we're actually working with a really, really good record label at the minute called So, who are a great independent label in the UK. Really, really good. But we've always been able to keep. We're too much sort of control freaks to let anything go or anyone tell us what to do. But we as much as we love being the ones to say what we do and when, we've actually built up a really good team around us of people that have a great idea and sort of offer us very good advice on perhaps what is the best way to go around as a the band as a business kind of thing. So it means that we can sit back and take care of the creative side of it. So yeah, as far as like at the end of the day, we always have the final say on anything, but we very much respect and take the advice of the excellent people that we have working with us, whether it's our management or our record label.
Cool. And
but if you offered me 100 million euros, yeah, I'll fucking take it. I'd sign. Where do I sign?
So that would be your price, 100 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm peaked.
Cool. And you are like something. It's not easy to find as a band, being the same people as you start with. What would happen if one of you decided to quit? Would you continue playing, or the band would be over?
I think it would depend on who quit.
Okay.
Because Rou writes the majority of the music, I think if he quit, that would probably be the end of the band.
Yeah, I think so.
We none of us could ever see ourselves doing anything else, to be honest. But I've kind of already seen what it would look like if one of us would quit, because I wasn't able to go on the last US tour, and I've missed out many US tours. And the fact is that we were able to get a replacement drummer for me to sit in and play my parts. And as much as it killed me, it kind of showed that it's possible for Enter Shikari to continue. Life goes on without me. So I think I would imagine that the band would still go on. But I'll say that, but then none of us, I don't think, have any plans to quit anytime soon. So it's probably a moot point.
Cool. And a festival you would love to play but you never did for now? I don't know.
Sorry?
festival that we'd love to play but haven't? I don't know. Oh, what's that? Burning Man Festival? We've never played that. That was so fun in America. It was somewhere in the desert. I don't know. We've played all my favourite festivals. We used to, when we were kids, we'd go to Reading Festival in England, and we've played that countless times. Then when I was 18, Rory and I were travelling and went to Ziget Festival in Budapest, and we played that 2 or 3 times now, I think. We've played some amazing festivals that I'd never even heard of or never knew about. Played Glastonbury. So I think I would love to go and play some festivals perhaps down in South America. So that's a region of the world that we've not been to yet.
Yeah, so I was thinking, you want to go there, huh?
Yeah, we'd absolutely love to. And we're working on it, hopefully.
Yeah,
Fingers
even
crossed.
in Mexico is coming a lot right now. It's crazy. So yeah, I think it should be possible. Okay.
Yeah, we played Knotfest in Mexico a few years ago, and that was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
Cool. So we're coming to the end. So last band that blew your mind, something you listened lately, and that was like crazy.
The last bands that we've been listening to lately.
Yeah, that you really like.
Nothing's blown my mind for ages, if I'm honest.
It's a tough question.
Can be an old one too. Doesn't matter.
I was listening to Deerhoof this morning. They're starting. I assume they're starting an album campaign or something because they came up on my release radar and they're always amazing. I really like that band. Really interesting rhythms and melodies and things.
Cool. Okay, and the last question, like any crazy story that happened to you on tour or on the stage you want to share? I guess you have a lot.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we've been a band for 20 years now, so we're trying to remember and just pick out one. When you say, tell me a crazy story, is always difficult. I fell off the back of a stage at a festival in Holland once. I don't know if this is crazy or not, but there was a moment, a break in one of the songs where I decided to stand up off my drum kit and just sort of put my arms in the air and jump up and down a bit because I was, feeling the moment, feeling the energy of the festival. And I was just sort of jumping up and down, and then before I knew it, I just disappeared down the back of the stage. And like sort of came to down the bottom, like underneath the stage essentially, and I had no idea what was going on.
But you were okay?
I was okay. Like I hadn't, broken anything. I had to sprint round the side of the stage and back up to my drum kit, and literally grabbed my sticks and like threw myself onto the drum kit as I was hitting the first beat. The downbeat of the chorus. I didn't miss it. I didn't miss a single beat. But God, you should have seen me. It was like a Superman dive to the drum kit to make that chorus, and I made it happen. There you go.
Okay, cool. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I like your T-shirt, by the way. It's a great film.
Yeah, it's a great film, yeah. Okay, so I hope to see you in Mighty Sounds because you play so far in Germany this time.
Awesome.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
So have a great shows and see you there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ciao. Ciao. Bye.
Ciao.